presence of Iran-backed militias operating in the country. Occasionally there are small reminders of flags, symbols, posters, certain areas with heavier security or political atmosphere. Especially after what happened to me in Lebanon, it's difficult to completely ignore those things. How's it like in Iraq?
والله مشكلة مشكلة
لماذا؟
بس no freedom freedom mark
تمام. The war in Iran, America affect
in Iraq
كيف؟ How?
حزب الله ميليشيا طبع إسرائيل هم وأمريكا صار العراق هيك إيران إسرائيل أمريكا
تمام.
فوق العراق.
For Muslims people, Iranian Muslims and Shia Muslims, even sometimes Sunni Muslims come here. But it's specialty is for Shia Muslims, and
Like,
the security is like this since 5 years or 50, like 6 years. It's very special place, so the security is very high. Propaganda about Shia and Sunni has ended now. There is America just created, Iran created, and Israel to celebrate our brotherhood between Iraqi people.
رسائل للعالم
أن يأتوا إلى العراق للسياحة
Breaking news on this special edition of What You Need to Know. Attack on Iran. The US and Israel launching a wide-scale assault on Tehran. Plumes of smoke seen rising in the country.
As you can hear, the air raid sirens have now started here in Tel Aviv.
Is having an impact in the Middle East and beyond.
Oh my God!
And also other countries in the Middle East where the US has a presence. And it's not just hitting military targets. Luxury hotels, shopping malls, airports, oil installations, and apartment buildings have also been damaged.
Scenes across Lebanon. Rescuers work through the night to try to find survivors under rubble. Few, if any, come out alive. No one expected strikes in such areas of Beirut, which have been outside the conflict.
Every headline made the Middle East sounds like a place you stay away from. I was heading toward it in the middle of rising tensions. I am moving through the region by land. I wanted to see what people are doing while all of that was happening. One thing that stands out immediately in Baghdad is the electricity cut. Even in my hotel, the power would immediately go out multiple times a day. It might be connected to the current regional tension, especially with ongoing instability involving Iran, disruptions to the energy supply, and reports about pressure on fuel and gas routes in the region. Sometimes I even see the traffic light is not working, and yet people still continue moving through the city almost as if it's normal. Another thing that stays in back of my mind while traveling through Iraq is the presence of Iran-backed militias operating in the country. Most of the time you don't directly see them. Daily life in Baghdad feels surprisingly normal so far. Occasionally there are small reminders of flags, symbols, posters, certain areas with heavier security or political atmosphere. Especially after what happened to me in Lebanon, it's difficult to completely ignore those things. Not necessarily because something is happening at that moment, but because you become more aware how quickly the situation in the region can change. So even when the atmosphere comes on the surface, there's still a certain level of tensions, caution in the background. So I just came to Philos Square, where there used to be a large statue of Saddam Hussein, former Iraqi dictator here. On April 9, 2003, during Iraqi war, the statue was pulled down with help from US military.
In central Baghdad.
Earlier today, we saw this crowd, this small crowd that has swelled to this now, taking off their shoes, throwing them at this statue, which is a deeply insulting Arab gesture.
It looks like it might be coming down.
Before they started taking it.
They could get the brass to bend, but not to break. Apparently, people throwing garbage at the statue, and
it's still hanging from the pedestal. But as it collapsed, a great roar came up from the cloud. There it goes. It has fallen down to the ground. It has come apart. The crowd is going mad, rushing towards it. They've been pelting it with stones. The Marines are trying to hold them back a little bit, but generally letting them run through and express their emotions. People are jumping up and down on top of the statue on the ground.
That movement was broadcast worldwide. It became symbol of the fall of former regime, and more broadly, it's United States of America invasion narrative. But today, there's no statue, just the traffic movement, the daily life.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
And unfortunately, the square seems to be abandoned without any maintenance. There's no presence of people hanging around. And behind is Palestine Hotel. During the war, many foreign journalists stayed there. And from that building, much of what the world saw was reported. It became a kind of vantage point, a place where events were observed, recorded, and transmitted outward. Also on April 8, 2003, during the Iraqi war, there was one incident where US tank fired at the hotel and 2 journalists were killed. And the incident became one of the most controversial moments involving media during the Iraqi war. So just come to beautiful riverside walk. As you see behind, this is Tigris River, which you probably have heard. It has been at the center of civilization for thousands of years. Along with Euphrates, it supported some of the earliest cities in human history. And today it still runs through Baghdad, the capital. It's quite sketchy that the surrounding have changed. Modern building, traffic, securities, checkpoint, but the river remains the same. I just happened to meet some local Iraqi guys just beside the river.
No problem.
What you guys doing?
Now work in the film center.
Okay.
Cinema. This filmmakers. We made cinema.
So you are just
TV commercial.
Taking rest here. How's your life in Iraq?
والله مشكلة
لماذا؟
مشاكل هواي صراعات problem
بس حط البدايه
ميليشيات وايران منا امريكا اسرائيل
بس الحياة
فوق العراق.
الحياة حلوة. لا تشوه سمعة البلد. لا تشوه سمعة البلد. الحياة حلوة.
لا حلوه.
امن لا اكو امن.
انا حاب الحياة.
بس نو فريدم.
انا بحب.
فريدم ماك.
تمام. The war in Iran, America affect
العراق. ايه
كيف؟ How?
because ايران عندها ميليشيات هنا طباع
فينا؟ بغداد.
نجباء حزب الله.
ليش تحكي على العراق؟
حزب الله
ميليشيا طباع. اسرائيل هم وامريكا سيت صار العراق هيك ايران اسرائيل امريكا.
تمام.
فوق العراق.
تمام.
because I am tired.
You're tired.
بسبب because ايران اسرائيل امريكا.
تعبان امير؟
ايوه.
اليابان.
هوندا. سيارة لا بلاير.
فوتبول بلاير.
كيا هوندا. هذا بس خلينا نعرف. من هو؟ ناغاتومو.
وان بيس ياباني ولا صيني؟
انمي.
كابتن ماجد.
تمام.
حتى لا بياباني.
لا هو يعرف عن اليابان.
وان بيس ياباني او صيني؟
ياباني.
نعم.
يابان جود.
يابان جود.
فيري جود. حبيبي شكرا. هلا تاك.
صوت حبيبي صوت.
This is 100 years history. Wow.
Here we made cinema, drama, TV commercial movies.
Amazing. تمام.
Good.
Wow. Okay, يلا. Wow. It's amazing. Just came to the local market, and as you see, like there are so many like shops which sell like military equipment as explained. Also behind there like beautiful iconic mosque. مرحبا.
لا مرحبا حبيبي.
ماذا تفعل الآن؟ شغل
ماني
عمل
جدي. سيد صلاح سيد عواد مع سليمان.
طيب
للجوارة.
طيب ماذا هذا؟ شيشة.
تعاطى الحشيشة.
كيف حياتك في بغداد؟
Good. ماشي. Very good. لا مشكلة.
هل بغداد أمنات
أمان.
نايس. Very good.
جيد. أنا ياباني. ماذا تعرف يابان؟
كل شيء ما أعرف.
يابان.
بس عندنا كاميرا عارفها ايه كل شيء ما اعرف.
بس اسوق.
عنده
طيب
ايوه انسان.
شركة باسم سوني.
شركة سوني. طيب
سون كوري.
لا جيني سون كوري.
سيارة ياباني. تويوتا. ميتسوبيشي. هل كان إيرانية في عائلة
سببه كله مضيق هرمز. صعدت ولا سكوت؟
ارمس فول
اي لا مو ترامب قاعد ورا الكاميرا.
هي رسائل للعالم؟
العالم
مو
ان
اتصال،
ياتوا الى
اتصال.
العراق للسياحه ونؤكد لهم توفر الامان والاستقرار وحياه سعيده. والدولار راح ينزل ان شاء الله، ينزل علي الزيدي من الجباره.
اوكي ما شاء الله.
بعد 200 متر
So just came to one of the most religious site here in Iraq for Shia Muslims. Pilgrims come here from across the country and also from even outside Iraq, especially neighboring Iran, where the Shia Muslim is dominant. So around this terrain, the atmosphere feels a bit different from the rest of the city, more religious and more control. To get inside, we're gonna pass 3 checkpoints. Do you think this area is quite religious, especially for Shia Muslims?
For Muslims, people, Iranian Muslims and Shia Muslims, even sometimes Sunni Muslims come here. Yeah. But in speciality is for Shia Muslims and Iranian people come here. A lot of foreign people come here. Yeah.
So how the area been affected with the Iranian war? Because there are like a lot of
security
people coming from Iran as well. To visit here as well, right?
Yeah. But it's not about the war. It's not related to the war. They came here every time, in the war, without the war. It's holy site. It's a very religious site here. So they came here like to religious, to praying things and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's not about the war.
Any effects from Iranian war?
No, at all.
Like
the security is like this since 5 years or 6 years. It's very special place, so the security is very high here.
Yeah, because the thing is, it used to be targeted by IS or extremists before.
Exactly. That's why they are so careful about this place. It's very sensitive. It's a holy place, a good place to come here to pray and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why we see a lot of security. They take your camera. You can do anything because they, maybe you will inspire about some things here for another people. So yeah.
So that bridge is the one connecting Sunni area and Shia area where we are standing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And used to be a main battlefield. So anyone Shia find someone come from outside, Sunni in Shia area, they will be immediately killed by Shia.
Yeah. And if you go to Sunni area, it will be killed. That's crazy days. People was like crazy. They don't have mind. They don't think. I don't know how we live till now. But alhamdulillah, now we are living in a brotherhood. And we are like brothers. I have a lot of Shia friends, Sunni friends. We are together like brothers. Alhamdulillah. The propaganda about Shia and Sunni has ended now. Yeah, there is America just created, Iran created, and Israel to celebrate our brotherhood between Iraqi people.
Right.
Yeah. But now, alhamdulillah, we are living, as you see, we crossed the bridge, we go there. There was 2 kind people, 2 very nice people, and on the other side, very nice people. They don't ask if you Sunni or Shia, they don't care.
Right.
If you Sunni or Shia. All what they care about, you be respectful, you be good, and that's it.
Right. Just came to a modern shopping mall here in Baghdad, which you likely to see somewhere in developed country. It's so modern that you might not believe here in Baghdad, Iraq. Although there's security, it looks a bit intense, but it doesn't mean the event frequently happened. So I'm just walking around one of the most modern districts here in Baghdad. It's so interesting that the landscape is totally different depending on the area where you walk. This area is totally different from what you imagine it's in Baghdad. Yeah, for example, when I was in Syria, I haven't seen this kind of district which is as modern as here. Even though Baghdad is one of the countries which experienced one of the worst war in modern history, the war ends much earlier than that of Syria. So Iraq grows so fast since the war finished, while most of the people on the world consider Iraq as still one of the most dangerous countries to travel. But the reality is, totally different, as you see. Alright. السلام عليكم. ماذا كفل هنا؟ تسينا ياباني. لا يابان. يابان. على راسي شرف. يابان؟ يلا تطقها؟ لا يطق فيديو بابا يصور. كيف حياتك في بغداد؟ جميل. Beautiful. جميل. Beautiful. طيب. هل بغداد أمنة؟ بغداد أمنة. Safe. Yes, safe. Yes, safe. I'm safe. Safe. You speak English? Yes. Straight. Yes. Okay. There's a war between Iran and US. Like any effect? Yes.
Hermes is close.
Hermes spread.
Yes. It's close.
It's close. Yeah.
All the world effect.
Yes.
Not just Iran.
Exactly. Yeah. But you feel safe?
Yes, safe.
Okay.
Safety first. Not every time, but safe. The life in Baghdad, so good. Safe. The job is good.
Okay.
The people is good. Not expensive.
Not expensive. Okay.
This place, example, expensive. But another place is
cheap. Any message to the world? Any message to the people who are afraid of traveling to Iraq?
Why afraid? Look at the people, look at the street, at the mall. Come to Iraq.